Like many of you in your 50s and 60s, I once believed true freedom and enjoyment meant working harder or investing more to make up for lost time. I know what you're thinking. How can I actually retire sooner or enjoy life now? But after years of speaking with millionaires and even multimillionaires, I uncovered a powerful truth. The path to peace and plenty after 60 isn't paved with more effort, because the real secret is found in 8 simple yet profound things you need to stop doing, and they're probably not what you expect. If you're in your 50s or 60s, I bet you felt it, that constant tug of war between wanting to retire sooner or just finally enjoy life more, and the nagging feeling that you still haven't done enough. For so long, society tells us that success, especially as we approach and pass 60, is about accumulating more, striving harder. But today, we're flipping that script. I know that feeling. That stress of a late stage scramble, constantly thinking you need to add to your plate. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking real peace, greater financial clarity, and finally enjoying those golden years isn't about doing more, but about strategically doing less? Think of it like a game. Instead of trying to do everything, you pick out just the most important things. You're doing less different things, but the smartest ones, so you win easier. Imagine shedding that burden. It's simpler than you think to start, and the relief? That's immediate. You don't need to fix everything at once. This isn't just theory, folks. This is wisdom gleaned from countless conversations with people who have truly mastered wealth and life that I've gotten to know personally. They shared insights that completely challenged my own assumptions about thriving after 60, and those are the very insights I'm bringing to you. This isn't your average save more advice or another generic budget better lecture. This is about unlearning what's actually holding you back and embracing a radically effective yet simple new approach. So what does this mean for you? By the end of this video, we're not just giving you a list. We're diving into 6 crucial mindset shifts, 6 foundational truths that must be understood before you can even begin to tackle those 8 specific things. Because without these truths, simply knowing what to stop won't create lasting change. This is the bedrock that makes those 8 stops actually work for your real life. These truths are your pathway to understanding why stopping certain behaviors is the real secret to enjoying life more. Stay with me. You don't want to miss what's next. Now, before we jump into our first big truth and really start laying the groundwork for those 8 things you need to stop doing, let me quickly ask you to do one small thing that will seriously maximize your benefit from this entire video. Go ahead and hit that save button right below. The illusion of more, more, more. You might be thinking, after 60, I need to do more to catch up, to save, to secure my future. That point was super important. But if you don't also couple it with this one, then the magic is lost. But here's the twist. What if that very thought is the first thing holding you back from enjoying life more now? For so many of us, especially as we approach or pass 60, there's this relentless pressure, this internal alarm that screams, you need to accumulate more, hustle harder, save every penny. We believe that piling on more responsibilities, more investments, more stuff will finally bring us security and contentment. But let me tell you a secret. What I've seen from people who've truly achieved financial freedom and peace is that this mindset often creates more stress, not less. It keeps you on that hamster wheel, constantly chasing a finish line that keeps moving. This isn't just theory. It's a common trap that prolongs the scramble you might be feeling right now. The core concept here is that true peace and genuine financial freedom after 60 isn't about endless acquisition. It's about shifting your mindset from accumulation to optimization and intentional living. What does that mean in simple terms? It means you're no longer just trying to get a bigger pile of stuff, but you're making smart choices on purpose, like packing your lunchbox with the best snacks for energy, not just any random food. You're making every choice count. It's about being incredibly cognizant of how you're investing your money, really thinking about where your money goes, not just spending it on any life candy, as well as your time and energy. rather than just blindly trying to get more of everything. This means stopping the belief that more equals better across the board. Think of it like this. If you have a leaky bucket, pouring in more water won't solve your problem, right? You need to plug the leaks first. So how do you start? Begin by consciously questioning every new commitment or purchase. Ask yourself, is this truly adding value, peace, or joy to my life? Or is it something I desire that could be reduced, eliminated, or reevaluated? For instance, instead of feeling you must buy the biggest, newest car, ask if a reliable, well-maintained vehicle truly serves your needs better and frees up capital for experiences you actually enjoy. Imagine you have some pocket money, and instead of buying another TV for the spare bedroom that you don't really need, you keep that money aside so you can use it for something more important later, like buying tickets to a baseball game with your grandkids. That's freeing up capital, making your money ready for a better use. This simple shift in thinking, from how can I get more to how can I optimize what I have for maximum enjoyment and peace, that is your first powerful step. Breaking free from the keeping up culture. We all do it, don't we? Glance at social media, or maybe just look around your neighborhood, and suddenly you feel that little nudge to keep up. But here's the twist. That relentless pressure to impress others is silently draining your joy and your savings. Let's be honest. The urge to keep up with the Joneses, or even just impress our friends and family, is powerful. You know, wanting those right pickleball paddle or that right shirt. But the problem is, this often leads to spending money you don't have or on things you don't truly value, just for external validation. What I've learned from them is fascinating. True financial security and contentment rarely involve ostentatious displays. In fact, many successful people I know drive Toyota Highlanders and Chevy SUVs, living far more modestly than you'd expect. This constant chase for external approval is a massive financial and emotional drain, preventing you from focusing on what truly matters to you. The concept here is to stop chasing external validation through your spending and lifestyle choices. It's about consciously disengaging from the keeping up culture and embracing your own definition of success and happiness. This freedom allows you to redirect significant financial and emotional energy towards your genuine priorities. Think of it like this. Every dollar spent to impress someone else is a dollar not invested in your own peace or future enjoyment. So, here's what that really means. Identify one area where you suspect you're spending primarily for external validation. For example, is it the car you drive, the vacations you post about, or even the size of your home? Challenge that urge. What if you decided to prioritize an experience you truly love, like walking wooded trails or hosting a game night, over a material possession that serves no real purpose beyond perception? That shift is incredibly empowering. We've just covered how breaking free from the keeping up culture can dramatically impact your peace and your pocketbook. But here's the thing. Understanding these shifts is one thing. Truly integrating them into your life is another. So if you haven't already, hit that save button right now. This video isn't just a watch once kind of deal. It's a valuable resource you'll want to revisit. The blurry line between wants and needs. Now, speaking of spending, we all believe we know the difference between a want and a need, right? But here's where it gets interesting. For many in their 50s and 60s, this line has gotten so blurry, it's silently sabotaging their ability to retire sooner or truly enjoy their wealth. As we accumulate years, and frankly more income over time, something subtle happens. Many of our wants become so ingrained, so habitual, that we genuinely mistake them for non-negotiable needs. This isn't a judgment, it's a common human tendency. These unconscious expenditures, from subscriptions we barely use to lifestyle creep we don't even notice, are the hidden leaks in our financial bucket. They make it incredibly difficult to achieve those savings goals we talked about, and they prevent us from having the disposable income to enjoy life now. The core solution here is to stop the unconscious blurring of wants and needs. This means regaining conscious control over your spending by rigorously reevaluating every expense. It's about bringing clarity and intentionality to your financial outflows, a foundational pillar of true financial discipline. Let me break this down for you. Then, grab a piece of paper or open a spreadsheet and list out your major monthly expenses. Then, for each item, ask yourself, is this absolutely essential for my survival, health, or basic well being, or is it something I desire that could be reduced, eliminated, or reevaluated? Think of it like this. Can you get your savings greater than 10% to 20% by cutting things you think you need, but actually just want? Even small adjustments, like canceling a forgotten subscription or choosing a less expensive coffee, add up significantly over time. The bottom line is, this simple exercise can unlock hundreds, even thousands, of dollars that can be redirected to your Enjoy Life Now fund. That's powerful. The paralysis of past regret. Now we've talked about some big shifts already, but if you don't also couple it with this next one, then the magic is lost. Because for many of us in our 50s and 60s, there's a silent killer of present joy, past regret. We've all been there, haven't we? That nagging voice saying, if only I had invested more, or why didn't I save earlier, or I should have taken that trip when I was younger. While reflecting on the past can be valuable, dwelling in a loop of regret is incredibly destructive. It doesn't change what happened, but it absolutely zaps your energy, motivation, and your ability to make powerful, positive decisions today. It's like trying to run a marathon with an anchor tied to your leg. You can't move forward effectively. This payoff is about empowering you to stop the paralysis of past regret. It's not about ignoring your past, it's about acknowledging it, learning the lessons, and then actively choosing to pivot that energy towards creating an amazing present and future. It's about reclaiming your power over your mindset. To put it another way, you can't change yesterday, but you can build an incredible tomorrow. Here's what that really means. When those if only thoughts creep in, acknowledge them. Say to yourself, yes, that happened. What's the lesson here? Then immediately pivot to, what can I do today to move closer to the life I want? For example, instead of regretting not investing 20 years ago, focus on optimizing your current Social Security strategy or finding that part-time passion project you can start now. Every day is a new opportunity to make choices that align with your desired future. Don't miss this. Number 5. Let's demystify the overcomplication trap. Financial planning, Social Security, retirement investments. It can all feel incredibly complex, can't it? Like a maze of jargon that makes you just want to throw your hands up in frustration. But here's the thing. What if all that overcomplication is actually designed to keep you from taking action? The financial world can deliberately feel like a secret club, full of technical terms and convoluted strategies. This overwhelm isn't accidental. It often leads to people deferring crucial decisions, hiring expensive advisors they might not need, or simply doing nothing. For those in their 50s and 60s looking to retire sooner or optimize their current situation, this paralysis is incredibly costly. It prevents you from clearly seeing the simple, effective steps you can take right now. The core idea is to stop believing that financial management must be complicated. The real power comes from simplifying information, cutting through the noise, and focusing on the core actionable principles that truly move the needle in your situation. It's about empowerment through clarity, not confusion. Let me break this down for you. You don't need a fancy degree to understand your own money. Think of it like this. Instead of trying to understand every single nuance of the stock market, focus on understanding your own budget, your savings rate, and your Social Security options. When you encounter complex jargon, simply look up one or two of the key terms. The bottom line is, don't let big words intimidate you into inaction. You don't need a fancy degree to understand your own money. Think of it like this. Instead of trying to understand every single nuance of the stock market, focus on understanding your own budget, your savings rate, and your Social Security options. When you encounter complex jargon, simply look up one or two of the key terms. The bottom line is, don't let big words intimidate you into inaction. For instance, For Social Security, instead of getting lost in all the rules, focus on understanding your break-even age and the basic claiming strategies. Focus on the 20% that gives you 80% of the results. This direct, practical approach makes daunting tasks feel manageable. Number 6. Conquering the someday syndrome. We've all said it. I'll truly enjoy life someday. When I retire. When I save enough. When X happens. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, after 60, someday needs to become today. But something was wrong with that mindset. This habit of constantly deferring joy, of putting off the good stuff until some elusive future, is one of the biggest silent thieves of happiness in your 50s and 60s. The clock is ticking, and every moment you spend waiting for perfect conditions is a moment of life, joy, and experience that you're missing now. Many people get to retirement only to realize they've forgotten how to simply enjoy because they've been in hustle and wait mode for decades. Don't let this happen to you. This is about empowering you to stop postponing joy and instead actively integrate desired experiences into your current life. It means recognizing that happiness and fulfillment aren't just endpoints. They're parts of the journey that you can and should cultivate right now. To put it another way, your happiness shouldn't be a future project. It should be a present pursuit. Here's what that really means. Identify one small joyful activity you've been putting off until someday. Is it a walk on a sandy beach, playing indoor pickleball, or finally reading that personal finance book you bought? Commit to doing it this week. Long story short, don't wait for perfect conditions to enjoy your life. Create them right where you are. Even micro moments of joy add up to a significantly happier now. So we've walked through 6 powerful mindset shifts today. From challenging the illusion of more to conquering the someday syndrome, you now understand why stopping certain habits is actually the key to unlocking true peace and financial freedom after 60. You came here wanting to enjoy life more now, and we've laid the foundational truths that empower you to do just that, not by adding, but by intelligently subtracting. This deeper understanding is your bedrock for building an incredible future. That point was super important, but if you don't also couple it with what's next, then the magic is lost. And more importantly, how do these direct actions unlock the immense benefits of retiring early, maybe even sooner than you ever imagined possible? The clock is ticking, and the truth is, this next step is where your newfound knowledge truly translates into action. You need to see this before everyone else.